Hi, my name's Tom Patitucci. I've been involved in making music for over 50 years and teaching music for over 40 of those years. Along the way, I've had great teachers and mentors who passed on to me the things that their teachers and mentors passed on to them. And as I reflected on entering a new year, I thought it might be fun to pass on some of the things that I've learned. And I'd love to hear your feedback about these things. I'd like to hear about your experience as a teacher and student of music. For this first video, I'd like to talk about the relational values that I base my teaching on. I realized that I spend a lot of time thinking about the organization and strategies needed for learning music, but I need to spend just as much time examining the relational aspects of working with students. So here are 3 values that I use as a basis for these relationships. I learned these by studying the work of psychologist Carl Rogers. He came to believe that the values that were necessary to have a successful client-counselor relationship applied to students and teachers as well. So here they are, 3 values for the student-teacher relationship. The first one is being real. I want to be real with my students. I want to be upfront about my strengths and weaknesses. I don't want to portray myself as more than I am or less than I am. I want to be honest about my biases and prejudices. I want to always tell the truth with my students. So that's being real. The second value is acceptance. I want to accept each student unconditionally as a person who is valuable and worthy of being cared about. I'm willing to learn about and enjoy each person's good qualities and be patient with their not so good qualities. We all have those. I call this being warm-hearted. To me, it's the opposite of contempt, which is deciding that another person has less value than I do, or no value at all. We see a lot of contempt in public conversation about politics and religion, and that's the opposite of what I want to communicate to a student. Instead, I want to communicate acceptance. So now we have being real, acceptance, and the third value is empathy. As I work with my students, I want to listen well, not just to their words, but to the feelings, thoughts, and attitudes behind those words. I want to try to look at things through the lens of their worldview. We all have a frame of reference through which we look at the world, and I want to try to see things through the eyes of my student. I want to be open to learning from them and their experience. That's empathy. So there they are, 3 foundational values for the teacher-student relationship: being real, acceptance, and empathy. What do you think? I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, your experiences. I'd especially love to hear how you might put these into practice and how you might evaluate how well you're doing in putting them into practice. That would be awesome. I'd love to hear about that. Thanks for watching.